like it seems like every system is unstable.
Yeah.
It's like a circle. It's like
Oh yeah.
there's chaos, and then there's order, and then the order becomes like too orderly to the point where chaos needs to ensue again to
Yeah.
create a different order, and then like it's just cyclical like that forever.
It
So like
is.
to even contemplate, sorry,
No,
I
go
was
ahead.
gonna finish
No,
this one
for
thing.
sure.
To even like contemplate like a perfect form of government is like irrational.
This is the Pine Men.
To okay, yeah, to contemplate it. I mean, I
Well,
think
not to contemplate it, but to be like there is one.
right, right, to think that it's like I'm gonna, yeah, exactly. There is one, and yeah, and it's even more absurd to think that for people to think that they know it, they know what it
Yeah,
is. Everybody else has been unable to figure it out, but now you know, you know.
yeah,
So I mean, with that being said, I mean, obviously, if people just cling to that completely, they won't even try anything because it's not going to be perfect. So what's even the point? But
fair.
obviously, that's not what we're saying. Like,
Yeah,
and but with there's a couple things that I want to say. Hopefully, I can put it well. But as first of all, as far as like, yeah, like the circle of like order and chaos, like you said, it's like with politics, it's like it just applies to everything. Even it's almost a law of nature in and of itself. With even like the cycle of eras of the history of Earth. You know what I mean? Like with
yeah,
dinosaurs, and then they get wiped out. Then there's an
yeah,
ice age, and then that's a new long period of time. It's not like that lasted a little bit, like, and then new things come to, rise to be the dominant force and things like that. I even actually, it's funny. I even have this like, I was thinking one night, and I wrote this down on like a notepad thing on my computer, and I was like, it was the idea that like, and I'm not just going to keep talking about dinosaurs, but it just is funny because it reminded me of this. But like we think of it, we tend to think of it like, oh, dinosaurs were here, and that was like prehistoric. You know what I mean? Like, and it was because they didn't write things down, obviously,
deadly.
and they didn't have the intelligence to, I believe, and everybody believes that. But like, um, with that being said, though, like, still at that time, they were the dominant species, and if anything was alive, which I don't believe it was, but if anything was alive to, hypothetically, imagine that, like, how would I write history? Or how would I conceptualize time and our position in it? No one
Hmm.
would have said, oh, well, this is pretty much prehistoric. This is nothing. Like, thousands of years from now, there's going to be human beings who are so advanced, who are building monumental things and, achieving incredible accomplishments. But the reason I bring it up is because that applies to why would humans, and the answer is arrogance and just like whatever, things like that. Why would humans think that they're any different? Why, like, we're just right now the dominant species of the planet, just now
Yeah,
in our place in time. And, we've all heard this many times, like the idea that humanity is like a blink of an eye in terms of the history of the world and stuff like of Earth, and
yes,
and it's just funny how, like it all ties into like what we're also talking about. So I mean, I know we talk about this a lot, but with like the current order of organization of the economy, with
hmm,
capitalism and the way that global trade works, and the way that we even think about infrastructure, and the way that we even think about production and consumption and even agriculture, and shipping logistics and anything, consumerism and
Yeah.
everything, and advertising and entertainment and anything like that. What, why can't we take a second and think like this is a blip in the history of a blip in the history of a little planet in a average solar system in a infinite universe. Like, but
Yeah.
people will die and kill to preserve capital interests, even though I don't think the individuals doing the killing and dying know for sure, like necessarily know that that's what's really the driving force
Yeah.
behind their, involvement. But it's just
Yeah. Or
insane when you think about it
yeah.
in any way like that,
Yeah. That's always blown my mind thinking about. And I mean, obviously, it makes sense. We're human, so we have a human-centric view of reality.
We're human
But it's always,
supremacists.
yeah, straight up. But like, it's always blown my mind. Like, why do we think we're so special? Why
Yeah,
do we think we're so special? It's like
yeah.
when it. I remember thinking about this a lot when I was thinking about like religion and thinking about God, because it's like, why does he care about us exactly?
Yeah.
Us, just
Right.
us. It's only us.
Yeah.
God created this galaxy and universe for us on this one planet. And I don't know. I have a hard time
Right.
believing that.
Well, and also, no, sorry. Excuse me, check yourself. It's not for us on this planet. It's for us who come from
Ah,
European, Western European descent, but, some of them aren't quite, the same. That's who it's for. Come on. Like, let's be honest here.
it's just wild to like. I don't know. Where does that like? Where do you even start with that? Like
Yeah, I
the
mean,
way that people think blows my mind. Like
yeah.
nonstop. It's just I so often just want to be like, why are you thinking about that?
No, you're right.
It's like where does that even factor? Like we do all these mental gymnastics to just make ourselves feel comfortable in the world.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That's
You
all
know,
it is. Yeah.
This is the Pine Man.